speaking of first time infielder, what age would you say is the best age to start private instruction?
Private instruction?
Yeah.
Teenage. Maybe if you're an advanced, like far advanced compared to like a 11 or 12-year-old. But I think anything before that, it's just about being athletic and learning how your body moves and changing speeds and changing directions. Like, think about how we grew up learning how to play. I mean, there wasn't instruction necessarily provided to you. It was, let's go play in the street.
Right.
You know, you're not going to run into the ball, so I'm going to slow myself down as I get there.
Right.
You know, and you kind of figure it out from that sense. I think kids individualize or get too specific too early, and they lose the athleticism that's required to be good at multiple things. Mm-hmm. So I would shy away from it. I do it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't work with 9, 10, 11, and 12-year-olds. Do I think it's a necessity? Not as much.
Do you think that, again, because times have changed, like what you were just talking about growing up, you know, playing, whether it be stickball or wiffle ball in the backyard and just kind of learning those things. Do you feel like that happens as much now? So is there that need for private instruction because maybe they're not doing the same things that even a generation before us maybe were doing even more? I'm sure my father's generation looked at my generation was like, you're not doing anything, you know? So I think that probably happens with every generation. Yeah. But I mean, does that play a factor too?
I do think so.
You know,
I talk about it with the one guy I coach basketball with and teach with, who's kind of like a mentor to me. I talk to him like, kids nowadays, they don't do anything unless it's structured for them. It's like they have to show up to a park and have an adult structure practice or structure drills or structure a stickball game. Like, they're not just calling 10 of their friends and like, hey, let's go play half field baseball where if you hit it to the left side, you're out. Yeah. You know, if we're all righties, we're going to hit it the opposite way today. And if you hit it to the left of second base, you're out. Like, they don't do that now. Yeah. It needs to be organized by parents or by adults or by camp counselors. So in a sense, yes, like you need to be involved in some sort of individualized, but I think like group training or like classes at facilities are good. Like, do you need an hour one-on-one session with a private instructor at 10 when you don't know your right and left yet? No. But if you're not going to go practice on your own, getting involved in like small group or clamps and clinics to like learn those things would be beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're right though. Even the structure thing, I was just saying it to my wife the other day because I grew up going to parks all the time to play basketball. Like, you know, that's why I liked basketball because there was always people playing it. Yeah, you know, and it was hard. I didn't really get to go out and play baseball with a bunch of guys. You need too many people. Yeah. So like you can go play 3-on-3 with someone at a park, and the parks that I always used to play at locally, like, you know, I'll drive by them now and they're empty, and I never. I said it to her the other day. I was like, oh, man, like I can't. When did that stop? Like I don't know when that stopped because like even to 10 years ago they were still doing it. So like I don't know. Like those parks used to be full. Yeah. I mean, it used to be packed, and now there's like no one there. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if it just seems like it has changed. I mean, even outside of baseball and other sports too. I mean, basketball I thought would have been one of the last ones to do it because it's so easy to play with people you don't know and just pick it up.
I also think that it has to do a lot with like the environment that you grow up in, like the resources that you have. Like if you have, like if everybody in the neighborhood goes out and plays, like,
that's true.
And not everybody has the Nintendos and the PlayStations and the Xboxes, like it really depends on the household and the community that you grow up in. Like if you live in a community where the parents are pushing the kids outside to go and play, I think you find like where my wife and I live, like there's one park where I think it's kids from all of the surrounding towns. Like there's basketball courts that run this way and then run this way, and we go by on a nice summer Saturday and it's packed.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she's born and raised in Europe where everything they do is outside. So like when we drive by a park and there's nobody outside, she's like, where is everybody? Why isn't anybody riding bikes? Like but it's just what she's used to. Yeah. You know, so we moved from one town to another where the kids in our neighborhood ride their bikes a lot, and it's nice. It's like refreshing to see the kids in the neighborhood playing.
That's cool. Yeah.